All right, hello and welcome back. It is another day. I don't exactly know where this video's left us off at. I know I've been kind of piecing things together. So it's a Saturday. I've got a bunch of free time, not a lot of daylight time, but thankfully I got this bright freaking light. So I'm thinking for today, I know for sure I left off with, took off the manifolds, put some duct tape on there to keep the dirt and grime and grub and bugs out. But I am almost wondering if it makes sense to try to get this motor out of here. It's a little bit bigger than I was picturing, but I think I can handle it. It's probably no more than like 100 pounds, right? Right. Oh boy. The reason I'm thinking about that is that, one, I'll be more motivated to work on it up in the apartment because it's not cold. I got all the parts up there and it's kind of just a fucking mess out here in the garage. So let me set you down, get you all set up, and then I'm gonna sit and ponder for a minute and then get started. All right, so I'm gonna start with taking the exhaust off because that for sure has to come off anyways, right? That's a good plan. So let's do it. Is it a 10 millimeter? Dude, how did I get lucky like that? I just had a 10 mil set up on this ratchet in this thing. It's like Japanese or something. Everything's fucking 10 mil. All right. Looks like may have to, no, I'll try and bring you in here. So there's this split thing. I'm looking like maybe it needs to be compressed a little bit, kind of like a circlip, but it's bigger than a circlip. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not really showing a great detail there. Let's worry about that when we get there though. I think I need to get this. I need to get that out. Do I want to get that out? No. Do I need to get that out? Probably. Exhaust springs are really sketchy. Always. You just gotta find the good leverage point. Where can you go? All right, so I took off the front flange in the back, but I think there must be another point somewhere in here that it's connected. So I'm just gonna go under the bike and keep on keeping on. All right, this thing. All right, sit rep. This is not easy. Found out that it's actually a cross pipe. I don't know if I can get you underneath there. I don't know if you can even see it, but there's a cross pipe between the pipes, and there's a lot more connection points than I thought, and they're all rusty, so I ain't getting any of them. So I'm gonna figure that out off camera and then come back to you when I got it figured out, just so there's not wasted editing, I suppose. I'll check in with you in a bit. All right, as expected, that took for fucking ever, but made some progress. So I got the exhaust dropped completely, and now oh, that took a long time. I'm actually considering, so I want to take the engine out. I still gotta make sure there's no oil in it. He said there wasn't, but it's always better to check, especially if I'm gonna bring it upstairs. Yeah, I don't know, this thing's a crusty turd. So that's my piece. How about I think on it and come back to you. All right, so I've had a few moments to think on it, and since I'm going to, regardless, if I end up taking the engine out or not, a few other things I need to do that I can do today that would hopefully be fairly easy is get these steering components off. Not steering, oh my gosh, I meant suspension. I have replacement suspension. If I want to take the engine out, I have to get the chain off anyways. So that would mean getting in here, and I just figure if I'm gonna take this out anyway, because this one's, I don't even know what the fuck happened to this thing. It's all bent to shit. You gotta get up in there, disconnect shit. If I'm gonna, I have wheels to replace anyways, so let's start tackling some more chassis stuff before we think about the old engine. Parts, even keep the nuts and bolts with it, washers and spacers and all that. Neat. Alright, 2 sets of suspensions. I don't know what to do with these. I don't know if this is something of value. Maybe I'll put it on the shelf for a year and then say fuck it and chuck it. Feller's wondering, I just start disassembling the whole gobbledygook. How about get this exhaust free? Let's get this exhaust free. Those two come apart. That makes sense. All right. Cool. Neat. All right, so rear shock's gone, exhaust is gone, motor's still there. I'm still here. Let's flash forward to whatever I'm gonna do next. See you then. All right, while off camera, trying to drain the oil. The oil drain without the filter. Oh, excuse me, it was a challenge, but got it out. But the bolt that holds the filter, because it's a cartridge style filter, so it's just a cover essentially. I'm just gonna leave it for another day because I had the freaking impact on it. It didn't want to move. So somebody used like probably a 1/2 inch impact to put on a fucking oil filter drain cover bolt. Yeah, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Have to change the filter at some point. So since I have the handlebars in, what I want to do now, so I don't need like hardly any of this. So I need to take off the brake fluid, thing. I got new button things. So this can go, just need to disconnect it, take off the bars, blah, blah, blah. And then that'll give me an idea on what kind of throttle tube I need, as well as if the cable I have is gonna work with the carburetor I have. So yeah, let's do that, I suppose. everything is just difficult. These 14? Nope. So probably 12. And that's a big nope. So that means they're 10s. Yep. This guy. Feel however you feel about it, but these are all coming off. Alright, this one has to be slid off, so let's do a little bit of that. Alright, clutch. I even have a replacement clutch cable, so not even worried about that. Find where this plugs in here. Okay. Alright. Bullet connector. So that's a black and white. No, it's sorry, blue and white going into blue and white. That's easy enough. Remember that, future me. So that's for this control. This side. Move this one off. Put these cables off. Is that the right? Is that the right way? Yeah, there we go. I need me a rewriter. Oh yeah, shit. It's just that up and down. And if you were in the last live stream, if I'm even recording any of this, Shelby Daytona recommended using the JIS screwdrivers, and I definitely agree with that. Since I'm replacing these anyways, good old Phillips is gonna work just fine. And that's a problem. Alright, so there's that. Let's just kind of get in here and grab our throttle tube, get our cables out. Oh yeah, these are fucked. So, well, at least one of them is. One of them is and one of them isn't, so maybe we'll use the one that is somewhat alright. Need this. If it's serviceable, it should be. All right. All right, so this one has a few other components with it. Looks like we got a blue and a blue bullet connector. That's solid blue. This looks like a black, so probably a ground. Oh, I have no idea. That's what diagrams are for, right? So let's put that out of here. Alright, that's junk. Clutch cable out. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, so now that I've made a gigantic mess of my bike, I think I'm probably gonna call it quits. I've gotten some stuff done, not as much as I think I'd hoped. I think trying to get the engine out is gonna be a little ambitious. I do need to do some gaskets and check the timing, or not the timing, valve clearance. Probably should check the timing too, if that's a thing. I don't know. So yeah, plenty to do still. Need to take off the tires, probably need to do drum. I actually have one of these drums, I think. Might fit this. Tire, front tire, you know, that's got to get elite. But just to show you, I got the handlebar out, it's on the floor, along with some other parts. Turn signals about to go. I still gotta get this lock cylinder moving. Allegedly it does work. As you can even just see, I just pushed in there, it didn't even come back. So maybe it just needs some oiling. Maybe I throw some PB at it and it'll come around, because I don't really want to have to replace that. This cluster itself, I think I'm planning on just cleaning it up. I don't really want to mess with it. I don't think that it's blue here, but you know what? It's fine. I'll figure something out, or I guess I can. I don't want to paint them. I know that would really truly make some KZ folks cringe, so I think that's where I'm gonna leave it, at least for today. So we'll see you on the next time, whenever that is. But if this is the end of the video, go ahead, hit thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep it juice.